I retired early. With purpose, everything changed. Retirement isn't just about stepping away from work. It's about stepping into freedom and faith and the next chapter filled with meaning. I'll never forget the first Monday after I sold my business. For years, Monday had been about client appointments, phone calls, and managing other people's financial matters. Even though I was self-employed, my mind was never free. It was constantly solving other people's problems. At times, I even felt like I was more concerned about their financial situation than they were. And while I loved helping people, I often felt trapped by the weight of it all. What I longed for was time freedom, to be able to volunteer, to serve, and to do personal projects that had been on my heart for years. But I couldn't do that while work consumed my schedule. That's why this new chapter has been so life-changing. In this video, I'm sharing my personal journey of retiring early, how purpose reshaped everything, and how you can grow personal streams of income and a lifestyle that reflects your values. So if you're a Christian woman over 50 who wonders what life beyond 9 to 5 could actually look like, stay with me, because this might just shift how you see your next season. Retirement is more than money. When I first thought about early retirement, I had the same question that many of my clients had, and that is, will there be enough money? But that wasn't the real question. I had sold my business and stepped into retirement at age 56. At first, the relief was amazing. But then came the bigger challenge. What do I do with my time? Purpose matters more than numbers. Ecclesiastes 3:1 reminds us that there is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. If you're only focused on money, you might miss the richness of this new season. The truth is, financial security is important. But living with purpose gives retirement its joy. Don't just retire from something, retire to something. In just a moment, I'll tell you the turning point when my retirement actually felt challenging and how I discovered what was missing. Point 2, faith as the foundation. So what was missing? Faith at the center of my retirement. For years I was busy, serving at church, running my business, and caring for my family. When the business was gone, my days felt quiet. I realized God wasn't done with me. He was inviting me into a deeper walk with Him. Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Retirement is part of that promise. Once I aligned my days with prayer, serving, and seeking God's will, everything shifted. Retirement became less about what I left behind and more about what I was called into. But even with faith at the center, I still wrestled with my skills. And that's when something unexpected happened. Point 3, creating purposeful income streams. What I didn't expect was discovering how beautifully income and purpose can go hand in hand. Because I've hosted international students in my home for years, I realized that my house is more than a place to live. It's a blessing and even a source of income. Besides hosting, I've also stepped into digital marketing, learning to share stories and build something online that can support my future travel and ministry. This isn't about chasing wealth. It's about aligning my selective retirement with values. Selective retirement, where you choose meaningful work that blesses others. It can actually give you more freedom than if you stopped working altogether. I'd love to know what's one thing that you've always wanted to do in retirement that feels purposeful and life-giving. Please comment below, because your idea might be inspiring to some other woman who's watching. Point 4, living soul-filled, spirit-led days. Income streams are helpful, but retirement isn't just about money. It's how you fill your days. For me, it looks like a morning walk, time in prayer or meditation, playing pickleball with my friends, and a couple of hours per day working in digital marketing. Hosting international students keeps my home filled with laughter and community and brings me so much joy. And here's something I couldn't do fully while running my business: serving and volunteering without having my clients' needs at top of mind. Now I can step into opportunities at church and in my community freely, with my schedule open to the people and projects that God places in front of me. That's the true gift of time freedom, being available for the things that matter most. The beauty of retirement is choosing what is soul-filling, the things that we couldn't do while working 9 to 5. Your retirement doesn't have to look like everyone else's, and it shouldn't. With intention, it becomes a season of abundance, not just financially, but physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And yet there's still one more piece that made the biggest difference for me, and it might surprise you. Point 5, purpose brings everything together. The final piece is this: when you retire with purpose, everything changes. Purpose gives your days direction. It's what gets you out of bed excited. For me, that purpose is living out my faith, sharing encouragement, creating content, and leaving a legacy. This transforms retirement from an ending to a beginning. You don't need to have it all figured out. Start small. Pray, dream, explore. Take one step at a time. With God's guidance, you can shape a retirement that's not only financially secure, but also spiritually rich and deeply fulfilling. If you take away anything from this video, may it be this: early retirement isn't the finish line. It's the starting line of a new, purposeful life. With faith at the center and intentional choices guiding your path, you can build streams of income that free you. Live in a way that fills your soul, and use your time to serve others and glorify God. And remember the question I asked earlier? What's one thing in retirement that you've always wanted to do that's purposeful and life-giving? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear. And I know your story could inspire other women. I'm going to be sharing more encouragement and practical stories for Christian women who want freedom, faith, and purpose in their next season. So make sure you hit subscribe and let's do this journey together. I've just shared with you my journey of early retirement, how faith and intentional choices shape everything, and how you too can create streams of income that align with your values. I recommend watching the next video where I'll share 3 stupidly simple ideas to help you turn your life experiences into meaningful digital content that connects and converts. Thanks for watching and subscribing. Hope to see you in the next video.